we'll continue reading this. He also discusses Namashriya in Gitavali song. And there are three songs, three verses from the song Gitavali, verse 6, 7, and 8, a Bengali song. It'd be sweet to hear from the mouth of a Bengali. So it's nice rather than me trying to recite and spoil the sweetness of this verse. Priya Mataji, can you recite the first verse, and then I can read the translation.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam. Yeah, I can. Once again, just let me open the verse. So it's actually Udilo Uruno Purabo Bhage, that song. But this is the middle verse. জীবন অনিত্য জানো সার তাহে নানাবিধ বিপদ ভার নামাশ্রয় করি যতনে তুমি থাকো আপন কাজে.
So you understand how sweet it is to hear the song. You want to appreciate, understand until I read and show you how vast it is. Jivana anitya janaha sa tahe nana vida vipada bhar namashraya kori jatane thumi takhaha apane kaje. This is how I have to recite Bengali. So anyway, so you should understand this essential fact. Life is temporary and filled with various kinds of misery. One more time, you should understand this essential fact. Life is temporary and filled with various kinds of misery. What should we do about that inescapable truth? So, what should we do? So, therefore, carefully take shelter of the holy name and remain always engaged in the service as your eternal occupation. So, that's the answer. Now let's move to the next verse.
জীবের কল্যাণ সাধন কাম জগতে আসিয়ে মধুর নাম অবিদ্যাতিমির তপন রূপে হৃদ গগনে বিরাজে.
Desiring to shower benedictions upon all living entities, this sweet name of Krishna, has descended to this material world and shines like the sun in the sky of the heart, destroying the darkness of ignorance. Verse 8.
কৃষ্ণ নাম সুধা করিয়া পান জুড়াও ভকতি বিনোদ প্রাণ নাম বিনা কিছু নাহি কয়ার চৌদ্দ ভুবন মাঝে.
Without the holy name, there is nothing within the 14 worlds. Drink the pure nectar of the holy name of Krishna and thus satisfy the soul of Bhakti Vinoda. Now we'll combine all the three together and hear the beautiful song.
Oh, once again. জীবনয় নিত্য জন সার তাহে নানাবিধ বিপদ ভার নামাশ্রয় করি যতনে তুমি থাকো আপন কাজে. জীবের কল্যাণ সাধন কাম জগতে আসিয়ে মধুর নাম অবিদ্যাতিমির তপন রূপে হৃদ গগনে বিরাজে, কৃষ্ণ নাম সুধা করিয়া পান, জুড়াও ভকতি বিনোদ প্রাণ, নাম বিনা কিছু নাহি কয়ারো, 14 ভুবন মাঝে।
Thank you. There's obviously a difference between chanting mechanically, unconscious of our position or need in relationship to Krishna, and the sincere chanting that comes when we chant with humility, taking shelter of the holy names. As soon as we feel that we have no capacity and that our one hope is the holy name, we will find ourselves approaching full dependence on Krishna and surrendering ourselves to his names. Namashraya awards us the sense of belonging to Krishna, of being his. Namashraya is called both Sharanagati and Nishtha, the position of surrendered firm faith and steadiness. Nishtha is naturally followed by Ruchi, taste. Of course, such consciousness cannot be forced. Like humility, surrender is not an artificial or intellectual adjustment. It is attained only when we realize that we have no shelter and therefore no hope other than Krishna. It's a bigger chapter. So let's continue with the next section within this chapter called Becoming akiñcana. Devotees find devotees find as they grow older that their lives provide them the opportunity to develop humility. Life is full of problems. We all suffer. But where do we seek shelter during difficult times? Often we seek it in our intelligence, money, physical beauty, or whatever other material opulence that may have fallen into our laps. This point is important. Devotees find as they grow older that their lives provide them the opportunity to develop humility. When we are young, we don't um, have that enough experience, or since we are young, we have that young blood. Our behavior, our way of thinking is so different. And after a few years, if you think back about how your life was when you're young, you must be thinking, "Oh my God, how childish I was, how immature I was. I could have dealt a situation like this. I could have spoken like this. Whatever, right?" So the sign, the maturity especially should go with our age also. Mm. But there are exceptional cases, and not always the same. Even at the young age, people take up Krishna consciousness seriously, and they're humble and have wonderful qualities. So that's an important point. But nevertheless, as we grow older, um, the lives provides us the opportunity to develop humility. Okay, let's continue. Often we seek it in our intelligence, money, physical beauty, or whatever other material opulence that may have fallen into our laps. But for each of us, at some point in our life, we find that our ability are insufficient and we suddenly fail miserably, failing flat on our face. Can that failure, difficult and painful as it may be transformed into conduit of Krishna's mercy? Kunti Devi prays. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty cannot approach you with sincere feeling. And this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, the famous verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. Janma Ishwarya Sutta Sribir Etamanam Matapuman Naivarhati Abhitatum Vai Twam Akinchana Kochanam. Akinchana. The word that is being told in this book is from that particular verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, where Kunti Devi is praying Akinchana Kochanam, complete dependency on Krishna. Our ability to fail us, our ability fails us many times a day. What do we do when such moments occur? If we wish to advance in spiritual life, we must become akinchana, materially bankrupt with faith that no configuration of our major portion of opulence has the capacity to afford us true shelter. Certainly, at death, we'll have nothing. Which of our possessions and abilities will give us shelter? Which of our possession ability will give us shelter then? We will have only Krishna. To act steadily on this platform is called Nishtha. And when we have attained this steady faith, when we are fixed in the realization that Krishna is our and we are His, the mind will no longer seek refuge in anyone but Him. Suffering is at an end for such persons because they are living, as Srila Prabhupada explains in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, by and in Krishna's mercy. Krishna is alive in them, which means the holy name becomes alive in them and they become alive in Krishna. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name tveshtina priyaha. Ye bhajante tu mam bhaktya mai te teshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter 29. There is a small footnote here. Um, I'll just I'll just skip that. Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport to this verse, Krishna is just like a cloud which pours rain all over, regardless of whether it falls on a rock or land or water. But for his devotees, he gives specific attention. Such devotees are mentioned here. They are always in Krishna consciousness and therefore they are always transcendentally situated in Krishna. The very phrase Krishna consciousness suggests that those who are in such consciousness are living transcendentalists situated in him, or living transcendentalists situated in him. The Lord says here distinctly, Maithe, they are in me. Naturally, as a result, the Lord is also in them. This is reciprocal. This also explains the word Ye yatamam prapatyante tam tataiva bhajamyaham. Whoever surrenders unto me, proportionately I take care of them. Living entities in a pure state are called devotees. The Supreme Lord becomes the devotee of his devotees. If a reciprocal relationship is not present between the devotee and the Lord, then there is no personalist philosophy. Last paragraph for today. Worshipping the Lord with devotion is what is meant means to be a devotee. Worshipping the Lord with devotion is what it means to be a devotee. But before we can become devotees, we have to become humble and materially exhausted because only from that position can we truly take shelter of Krishna. So, the next section within this chapter is called Beg for the Holy Name that we will read tomorrow. The point here is being akiñcana. Akiñcanyam is one of the terms that we've been referring and reading in studying in Sharanagati. Ananyagati tom akiñcanyam, if you remember. So we have to come to the state of akiñcanyam. Kinchana means I don't have a little bit of any credits. Akiñcana, I don't have anything. So the point here is not taking shelter with what we have, the money, the family, the insurance, and whatever you can think of. Those are all there. But if you are putting our faith and everything on those things, then we are missing out on being real akiñcanya. Therefore, we have to take shelter of Krishna in His holy name and remember that whatever we have, it's all Krishna's, and we use them in Krishna's service. We'll pause here. If you have any realization, sharings, or questions, please post it in the group. Otherwise, weekends are there. We can discuss more. Thank you all very much. We'll again meet tomorrow at 5 a.m. Central Time. Until then, chant and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.